name is Jeff Cook. I'm from Ottawa, Illinois, which is about 90 miles outside of Chicago. I'm a self-employed graphic designer. So I turned 50 last September, and about a year prior to that, my uncle made the suggestion of that it'd be a really good idea to do a half Ironman to celebrate turning 50. And I had a really good bike ride. It was probably the best ride of my life. It was awesome. Never in a million years would I have expected what was going to happen a couple hours later. And finished the bike ride, got my running shoes on, started on the run. I was watching my heart rate on my watch the whole time, and everything was going really smooth. I was having a really good day. And then got through 12.9 miles of the run, and that's like the last timing mat that you run over before you get to the finish line of the 13.1 mile run. I'm coming down the hill and I see my wife, and I start getting emotional, and I give her a fist pump. I'm like, I got it. And the finish line is literally less than 100 yards away. It's literally right there. And but instead of going straight to the finish line, I decided to go over to them, give them celebratory hugs and that. And I get over by them, and I'm 2 feet away, and I found myself a little wobbly, so I went to grab the crowd control fence to regain my balance, and I missed it, and I went down. I collapsed, and that's the last thing that I remember. And then I think they finally got me sedated a little bit. That they were able to get me into an ambulance and get me to Erlanger, and yeah, and then that's what brought me here. They put me in the MICU, and they said in the morning you'll have a cardiac cath done, and if that's they'll be able to tell if all I need is a stent. And so I'm looking at the monitor, and the doctor's looking at the monitor, and I go, so I just need a stent? And he's like, oh no. And I was like, oh. I'm like, so like 1 bypass? And he goes, 5. That was really hard to hear. I immediately broke out into tears, and it was really difficult. And then surgery was scheduled for a couple days later, and it was at that point that I first met Dr. Pointer and his surgery team. The 21st of May was my surgery. And then while they were in there, they discovered that it wasn't 5 bypasses that I needed, but it was 6. And that's so I ended up with I didn't even know they could do that many bypasses. Quadruple bypass was the most I ever heard, and yeah, I ended up with having 6. Dr. Pointer has been amazing. He and his whole staff, they've just, I feel like there was some divine intervention, that if I had to have all of this stuff going on with my body and with my heart, that I feel like it was divine intervention that put me where I was put to have the issues, in order to have Dr. Pointer and his team be my surgeon and all of my caregivers. They've been wonderful.